Hello everyone, welcome to a little video that I wanted to make for a while, where I just take you along the process of me making one of my songs. If you don't know, I make music myself. I'm called Battle Unicorn. You can check it out on my channel. And you know, just show you that you do not have, you can hear it on YouTube, everyone, like all the people that make music on YouTube, they have, you know, the fancy guitars, the fancy DAWs, the fancy plugins, all that fancy stuff. And I don't. I kind of make music in a very simple and probably very bad way, so in no way is this like a tutorial in how you should make music. It's not the best way at all, but still I wanted to show you that it's still possible. I'm having tons of fun, like playing guitar, just making songs, even though they might not sound the ultimate best or be like, I don't know, publishable. Anyway, I thought we will just start with like the gear I have, because even that, it's not really the biggest thing. So here we go. I'm sure I will do like edits on this, or this will be just a random video. Kind of messy in here. This is like my pedal board and my little Boss Katana Mini. Really dusty, I'm sorry. Yeah, this is like the only amp I have. It's about $100, I think. It has a crunch channel on its own, but yeah, I think that sounds quite nice on its own, to be honest, but yeah. Anyway, you probably don't need any of this. You could just do music with this alone. Like I said, the sound itself, it's, yeah, passable in my opinion. This is a little harmonizer pedal that I sometimes use. It's not, yeah, hugely necessary, just a little fun thing. I like MIDI pedals, by the way, as you can see. This is the most expensive thing on here, the Tone X1 mini pedal. You don't need this at all. It's just, yeah, you can load in thousands of songs. It's basically, you don't need any other distortion pedal or any pedal at all, because you can just load in the sound you want. There's like an online library. This is like $200, so this is pretty expensive, but you don't need it at all. The one I used before for a long time was like $20. So yeah, just get a cool, cheap distortion pedal, or like just use the thing from the cheap amp, for example. Then I have a noise gate, which I don't need anymore because it's a built-in here as well, but anyway, I have another one. And this is a little cool looper pedal that I just sometimes use when I play guitar to like save ideas and stuff. This, you will need one of these, but this is also a really cheap version. Maybe not the best idea, because I think I have some delay while recording because of this cheap one. But yeah, anyway. So yeah, that's all I have gear-wise. So let's check out the guitar. I'm very prepared, as you can see. Maybe like this. This is like the guitar that got me into guitar playing. I only have two and a bass. It's in Ibanez. I'm not 100% sure. I will put it on the screen if I can find it. In Ibanez GRG131 something. They have long names. Just really liked how this guitar sounds. But yeah, $220 I think, so really a starter guitar. But like the only thing that's bothering me about this guitar that I don't think is good, let me turn off the noise gate. Not sure you can hear it. There's like some noise going on, but when you have a noise gate, that's fine in my opinion. Yeah, sounds pretty metal in my opinion. I don't know, could probably exchange these pickups for something better. I'm not even sure what it is. Just the standard pickups that were in the guitar. Yeah, and the other guitar I have is this little Harley Benton. It's the same price range. This one just has a more like rockier sound from the pickups. Doesn't really, yeah, it's not really that useful for like chugging. Can't really get those tones. This is tuned down, by the way. But yeah, this is kind of all I have. Like, so you kind of only need a like guitar, I would say, in the $200 price range, and maybe an amp for like $100, and that's kind of how I started. And yeah, kind of see where you go from there. But you don't need a lot. You don't need a $2,000 guitar, or like, yeah, pay $200 a month for some DAW. I don't know how much it costs. I probably will get into a DAW very soon myself because I want some drum stuff. But anyway, so I think that's the first part. Now I will show you how we will actually do the songs, and I will see you then. Bye. So here we are. How do we actually start? You know, there is obviously an idea in my head. I cannot really show you that process. It's the creative process of coming up with some cool melody. Usually, I don't know, I'm just playing around and then I find something that I find is cool and I want to make a song out of it. Which is, for example, an idea like this. I always have the problem with these damn cables, that they will hit the strings. I messed up at the end, but you get the idea. So then I go, like, I type in metronome in Google and I get a metronome and I find out the best BPM. I'm not sure, probably around something like 180. Maybe that's too fast. That's actually fine, maybe even a little bit faster. Yeah, maybe something like that. Okay, we have like maybe 180 to 190. I think I'm not able to play this any faster. So then the next step is I go to YouTube and I scour YouTube for a drum track that I find fitting. So yeah, let's do that. So here we are on Max Backing Tracks page. I don't want to like advertise anything, but it's a channel I tend to go to because, you know, everything you can quickly see, is this a track that would fit? You can see like kind of how it's structured here at the bottom. This one looks kind of interesting because it has, yeah, a lot of different parts. So let's kind of check this out if it would work. Let's just play along to it. Just see if my recording is also recording. All right. Okay, that's already not really fitting. Let's try the other one. I mean, that's kind of works. I already kind of have like the next part for it, as you can see. So we could do that. What was it? That kind of works. Let's see what's next. Yeah, maybe something like something more thrashy, more slidey. Something like that. Maybe something like that could work. You know, I'm just trying to figure out if this drum track is actually functional for the type of song. I'm not sure what these parts will be. That's actually way cooler. Maybe we will do that for this longer part. Something else here. No, how did it go? That was it. That's kind of how I figure stuff out. Already had another idea. Can do maybe more of a like triplet feel. That kind of works. Okay, that's kind of the same, but just with double kicks. So, you know, I'm kind of thinking this track works. So I will buy this. You know, the tracks on this channel, you know, there are free channels. You can get free songs as well, especially to jam along, and if you're not planning like to release stuff. But I'm gonna buy this track for like $1, which is Max Backing Track's usual price. So I will see you back then when I have set up everything in my DAW, which is Audacity. So here we are in Audacity, a new project. I will just throw in this drum track, and then my camera is in the way. Add a new track. If you're wondering why I'm recording mono in a stereo track, it's because there's some weird thing with Audacity. If you record in a mono track, there's like, I don't know, I cannot get it to the full volume. It's always like capped at -6, and I don't know why. So I record in a stereo track and then just make it a mono track afterwards. Yeah, so let's start recording, I guess. Let's just check everything. That we're not clipping and everything. Seems okay. I really wanna get the pinch harmonics in. It's very hard, but okay, let's do this. Let's try it. I messed up. I go up at the end. let's do this again. Okay, let's record another one. Might sound really weird in the beginning because it's just a mono track. Whoops, I didn't want to do that. And let's record again and you will immediately hear it sounds way better. Okay, so let's listen to it again. Okay, sounds fine to me. Let's save this. Yes, I want to save. Yes, new file. Untitled song. Okay, let's continue with the next part. If you're wondering why I'm removing this, it's because of the little delay. It's really minimal, but it's kind of messing me up timing wise, especially if you're trying to play faster stuff. And if you're like multi-tracking, you really wanna be like hit the notes at the same time, otherwise it sounds all mushy. Okay, what was the part? Yes, all right. Let's see how it sounds. You know, maybe we might add some reverb to that later. There already is some reverb on it because the Boss Katana Mini has a little echo function that you can like tune so it sounds like a little reverb. You cannot go crazy with it, but it's already making it sound better than without. All right. So next part. That's fun to play. Let's do it. Let's hold on with this. Still nice thing with influence of it, like most of us influence, and so on. Right, let's again. Me. We'll have to listen to it with both ears. Most difficult thing is like really to nail the triplets on the same time, because otherwise it really just sounds like some, I don't know, you're randomly chugging on the string without any like sense of rhythm. There's a little mess up in the beginning, I think. Yeah, it doesn't really, the diddle doesn't start at the same time. It also kind of sounds a bit like a build, like a weird effect or something. Kind of sounds like this part, like it gets louder, but maybe it's just my imagination. I think it sounds fine for this video, for this purpose. So let's continue. Let's see, do we have anything else? I'm thinking here for parts like this, just to follow the bass drum with some chugs. Cool. Why not? How's that? I'm not really sure if I like this part. But yeah, maybe I will try something out and then come back to you. So I figured out a part that I'm fine with. Got a bit of it, more of a reduced nu metal kind of feel. Here it is. More chugs the second time around, so fits the double kicks better. And you might notice I'm not having the guitar anymore, I'm having the bass already. Usually around this time I'm either starting to think about the structure of the song. This, I think it's just a drum loop, so it's probably, yeah, it looks like it's just repeating over and over. Was this different? No, I think it's all, yeah, it's just the same thing over and over. So, that's kind of obviously a part that's pretty limiting in a way. If you don't do your own drums, like Audacity cannot really do that. At least I'm not aware. Like, it's not like a typical DAW that you can just like punch in some MIDI notes. But yeah, that's kind of how I do it. And it also takes a bit work off of my hands because I don't have to do a drum track. So that's also nice. But, you can obviously, sometimes I'm, cutting out certain parts with it. Then you have a section, I don't know, in the bridge without any drums, or yeah, I don't know, maybe do something with it. Sometimes you can, I already did songs where I combined different drum tracks, but yeah, you can also just write different parts over the same drum track. It's like up to you how much, how ambitious you are. But I think, you know, for the sake of this video, I will just now continue with the bass. Just also sometimes first do the bass lines, because yeah, maybe you come up with some ideas. Maybe we'll have a part later where it's just bass and no guitar, and maybe also no drums. I don't know, maybe some cool, nasty little bass solo or something like that. So let's see. Let's create a new track here. Bass. And yeah, I mostly improvise that stuff, kind of how it sounds good. You might notice I'm playing with a pick. I'm really sorry, I know that's a big sin, but it just a more precise picking than yeah, playing fingerstyle. I can play fingerstyle. I also can actually do some cool stuff, but I feel like, you know, when I record stuff like this, especially with the tone I'm recording, because I'm recording, you know, I've tried a lot of different bass tones, but I usually find that it sounds the best when I just use the exact same tone that I use for my guitar. Maybe a bit less distortion, depends on the song, but this one I will probably leave it at max distortion. So yeah. Sounds pretty nasty in my opinion. You know, it's just the attack is not as clear when I'm playing fingerstyle with this. You know, probably would sound great with a clean tone, but it kind of works, but still feel it sounds a bit more clear when you do it with a pick. So I'm doing it with a pick. Let's check out, let's just jam along a little bit, see if we find some cool bass lines.
Because I want that riff to stand out. You know, then we could increase it a little bit, add a bit more notes the second time around. Right. Change it the second time around.
Then it's with the guitar part. God damn it. Finally. Okay, I usually do my bass just mono and in the middle. You know, sometimes I played around with, you know, bass in stereo can sound pretty nice too. I have one song where actually you know, usually you have the guitars in stereo and the bass mono in the middle, but then I had a section where I switched everything around and it sounded actually quite nice. So no, here we could go simple as well, or maybe, let's see.
Maybe just go simple again. We will see. Let's try it out. Nope. Maybe just playing single notes and sliding around a bit.
Doesn't go out. Maybe just simple like that is the best. Let's check it out. I think the second time could do a bit more. Let's see how that sounds. I mean, this screams low bass chucks to me. So I kind of have to do that, even though that's very simple again. But I mean, it's might be a not a cliche that metal music has sometimes pretty simple bass lines, but it's just, to me, it's just the most effective in that type of setting. So here we go. Sure, if I should do that. Let's see how that higher bass line sounds in there. I mean, it's okay. Not sure. Let's see. I like it with the high bass thing in there. Let's do the last part, and then we can, get to some editing.
I think for this video, we'll just make it this length, so this will not become too long, because sometimes, usually I let a song sit for a couple of days, and I don't want to just repeat the same thing over. But for this video, I think I will export a version, so we can just see what we can make. Like, in, I don't know how long this video will be, like an hour about. Let's see. I also want to add some lead guitar. Anyway, let's do the last bass part. Okay, here I will not play
High bass notes. Okay. chugging. Not sure if the ending works that well. We will see. I dig this. Okay, yeah, I think that was bass. Let's move on to lead guitar. Okay, now lead guitar time. I'm using this little sparkly Harley Benton with a little, you can see it, Bandmate, and we have Getrick Spin. This, like I said, the pickups are really more of a rock feel, and we also have split coil, and you know, I think that sounds quite nice for the lead guitar sound. I will also probably use a harmonizer effect. Wait, let me show you. First, like, not split coil. That was split coil. I mean, it's not a huge difference to my ears, especially with this kind of distortion, but again, using just exactly the same sound. Now I would say, I think we are on D tune. Also sounds really cool. I mean, we could do like octave up. I mean, now it's octave. Also sounds kind of cool. We will just have to see what will fit nicely in this song. So let's do a new line, or however you say that in English. Name lead. Okay, let's see where we even want a lead guitar and what we do want. I mean, you know, I play guitar like I started it's not even 3 years. It's coming up 3 years in a couple of months, I think. So I cannot shred like a awesome solo or something. I mean, I can do a little bit, but it's limited. So usually I tend to do like calmer lead lines. Let's see what we will come up with. I mean, let's just figure something out. Nothing first time. Maybe something a bit haunting. And also in mono, because you know it doesn't really get in the way of the bass too much because it's high range. Pretty cool. Kind of want to hear it with the detune effect, and you know, for that, not sure, should I use octave detune or like a half step lower? I think like a half step lower sounds a bit cooler. Let's just compare. Another. Okay. Let's see. That was already the second time. Also, could just add some more notes, but let's compare. Because I don't know. I don't know, this one, the first one sounds a bit more fitting in my ears, but the second one is more interesting. Let's add some random, I don't really, yeah, just some standard reverb and echo maybe, and compare again. Reverb and echo. All right, let's hear this again. Probably it's a bit too loud now. Okay, let's see this one. Kind of dig the second one. It's a hard decision, and I kind of have to make a decision because I want to keep the same for this song for the rest. Let's see both. I mean, it's not, they don't play the same thing, but it kind of sounds okay. But still, I think I will use this one. Feel like the second one comes out a little bit better. To my ears, the detune makes it stand out of the heavy soundscape that's the rest of the song. So let's keep the second one and do some more lead for the next parts. All right. Like, I had an idea, maybe some in between. Just have to figure out how to play it. You know, something like that. Maybe just descending like that. you know what? I will record this part and come back to you. This might take a bit. Okay, I think I finally came up with a part that I like. Now I just have to play it. It uses a little bit of a weird whammy, which I am not too familiar with, which is a bit of a new learning experience for me, because I'm not sure how I have to hold it, because if I hold it back here, it's hard to push it down enough. You have to really use a lot of force. So I kind of have to grab it here, but then I have to play like really high up and not like where I usually play. I mean, might depends on how you hold it. I'm not really sure. Let's just try. Not perfect, but you get the idea. There was one wrong note in there, I think, which we might be able to fix. Afterwards. But I don't usually do that a lot. Most of the time I just leave in the wrong note, because it's not that big of a deal in my opinion. Let's listen to this with some effects. What did I do volume-wise? Let's just see how this sounds. My blues note. Anyway, let's continue with the next part. See if we can come up with something cool. Put some cube inside stuff, which I can like. Just an idea. Let's remove this shit. And add the effects. Usually, obviously, I listen to the parts and oops, should take a mono beforehand and then like play with the settings and all. But like for now, I just want to hear like how it sounds in the context with some of the effects that I will throw on. Just probably not like that. Sounds a bit lonely. Maybe we can play like 2 notes of that. I think that was good. Mono, zack, zack, zack. I will add the effects later. I think that one was fine. Let's do the last part, and then we kind of have the song done. No, I don't think I want to add any lead guitar here even. But let's see, let's save here for once. And we can just, maybe we will not leave it like this, but just copy everything. I will just duplicate this. Everything, please. Now we kind of have to... that's also something that's a lot easier with DAW. You don't have to listen manually, like when does it come in, because you can like, I think quantize is the word, not sure. Like the beat is set and you can just say, okay, I want this to start at where the beat is. As you can see, this is a very finicky, very unideal way of doing things, but that's how it is with Audacity. Okay, let's save this. I mean, this is just a demo, because we're just repeating the same thing twice. So the next thing I would usually do, something to do it in between, I would go in and, starting with the post-production, which I'm not doing a lot, but first thing I'm doing, I will remove every unwanted noise, here at the beginning and at the end. This type of stuff I don't really want. And this, for example, also don't want this. Let's go in and remove it. Is this? Okay. Yeah, let's kind of, you shouldn't just cut it off like here. That's something I learned, because sometimes you get a weird pop effect sound. So I will just go here and do a fade out and repeat that a couple of times. Hello, sorry, my hard drive was full. It kind of stopped recording on its own. I didn't notice for a little while, but I didn't do a lot in between. All I did was, like I said, removed all these unwanted sounds and parts where the guitar was just ringing out and it's just overlapping into the next part. And also what I did was on the bass, I did a little bit of EQ, bring up the bass a little bit and remove the highs a little bit. Not too much, but I think it just makes it sound even better, even more full. Then just adjusted the volumes, the levels a little bit, and then tried to switch up the second half. I didn't just want to repeat it, but also, I'm a bit lazy today and I don't want this to be too long for this video, so I just switched up the second part a little bit. For example, I just removed the drums at a certain part completely. And then I also, at another part, I removed some of the guitars. Where is it? Yeah, I think this one. It's just one side, then the other side comes in, and I think also the bass has a missing part and just comes in later, so it's kind of a build. First you just have one guitar, then you have guitar and bass, and then you have both guitars or some combination of that. I'm not sure what I did. Yeah, those are just some little switch ups, and then I cut off the end of the drum track because, yeah, that's kind of it for now. I will do an export here, just a little. No, that's wrong. A little test, because there's one thing else that I wanted to show you that I just recently figured out. My mixing, the sound of it, I always thought it was okay, but didn't really sound super great. And then my good friend Neon Reaper showed me one of his songs. He showed me a couple, and I was always like, man, his sound, his songs compared to my stuff, if you compare both of our two of our songs head to head, my songs really sound thin in comparison. His sound was so full, the bass so punchy, and I was asking him what does he do, and to make that happen. And I don't think he's using exactly that, but he has, I think, in his DAW some kind of, I think it's a type of a plugin that he's using that just enhances that sound. And I have kind of the simple free version. I found this on the internet. BandLab Mastering. It's completely free. You just have to make an account, and then we can import our track into here, and then you will see it kind of does a lot of improvements that I wouldn't know. You have to go in and you could do everything on the EQ. This is like the original. Sounds a little bit better, but you can also choose different settings. Here the bass drum is really kicking. This is maybe not so fitting. Also like this, it actually really sounds warmer. But this really is fire. These bottom ones, you can listen to it, but you cannot. You have to pay premium to do those. That kind of sounds spacey. You can also play with the intensity. I think this does sound punchy, but also makes it sound very artificial. I'm leaning towards either tape or fire. Fire sounds really mean, and tape sounds really crunchy. I kind of like fire a little bit more, but I mean, I'm just showing you this. You can, if you have songs you want to put in here, yeah, you can choose for yourself. Like I said, there are some premium versions, but anyway, that's kind of our song. This took about 2 hours. Granted, I had the original riff idea, but we can go ahead and do the fun stuff like find a cool thumbnail for it or something. Kinda wanna use this, but I don't think it's fitting. No, maybe I will do some vocals over this, but now let's check out the second half, how these little changes really switch it up in my opinion. No drums. No, a section like this, I really feel without the drums you suddenly hear all the crunchiness of the guitars. And all I did was turn off the drums. And now we will come to the building part. No, it's not really a bridge, but it's something. Just right. Now with bass. Now second guitar. No, maybe it would work better if you have guitar, and then bass, but I don't know. You also probably could do a more, something for the ending. Yeah, but you know, that's kind of how I do my songs. The next parts would be like just the fun stuff. I don't know, find a theme that I think fits and then, you know, find some kind of, or create some cool artwork for it. Yeah, and then put it on YouTube. That's kind of my approach. So yeah, maybe, like I said, maybe, you know, I have an upcoming release of another one of my little EP mini album things, however you want to call it, and that one will actually have all songs with vocals. So I'm thinking maybe I will add vocals and just add this song on there for a little advertisement. I'm not sure. So that's kind of the video. So let me know if you enjoyed this, if you want to see more guitar related stuff, videos like this, something else, let me know everything in the comments. Let me know how you like the song. Yeah, and if you are surprised how well this shitty equipment and a beginner can sound. All right. Let me know all about your thoughts. I just wanted to make this video. I'm not really sure how it's gonna turn out. But anyway, thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye!